Doing good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good, working it out.
Man, I bet. Shit. It's been a minute, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Congratulations on your success, man. You've been holding it down.
Thank you. Yeah, been around my brothers in camp, locked in with the fam, so been pretty active, climbing the ranks.
100%. Now you are number two in the WBO. How does that feel?
It feels good. It feels good. We've been preparing for a while, and I feel like I'm prepared to, take that step and become a world champion soon. So, you know, uh, this is June 7th is the next step towards that. So, we just locked in all the way around.
When you say soon, how soon? Because that ranking is number two.
Yeah, however soon it come. Yeah.
Well, anyways, June 7th, you're going to be in Norfolk fighting Jeremiah Nakathila, former opponent of Shakur Stevenson, former opponent of lots of fighters, actually. Um, Now, tell me, what kind of fight do you feel like this is for yourself?
Um, I feel like this fight will. I feel like this fight will kind of like will like tell a lot, and it'll solidify kind of where I am in the rankings. Me being number two, it's a good step up. Somebody who hit hard. He put his all into all his punches. He shoot his right hand. He ain't really backing down. He went the distance with some good fighters. He went the distance with Shakur, so it's gonna be a good one.
Do you feel like because he went the distance with Shakur, got stopped by Ernesta Mercado and Raymond Morataya, both in the second round, do you feel like you have an urgency to make sure you do something, spectacular?
My job is to do the best I can. You know what I'm saying, and do the best I could do against whoever. So, when I step in there, I gotta do what I can and make it a great performance. So however I come, got to be a great performance.
100%. He has more KOs than you have fights. Tell me, besides the KO ratio, do you feel like he's the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with?
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I ain't been in there with him yet, so I
Right.
got to step in there to test that out. But on paper, for sure, and you can see it when you know what I'm saying. You look up his footage, his previous fights. He putting some heat on the punches, so you got to make sure you tight. You watching out.
Do you feel like this is that separation fight from like, prospect to contender? A name that people actually know.
You said what?
Do you feel like this is the actual fight that, takes you from that, the prospect to the contender? Or do you feel like some of your fights already kind of prove that you're already at the contender stage and this one will kind of put you in that title stage?
Yeah, this one would definitely put me in that title stage. He's faced fighters. That World War champions. Well, Shakur, and he's fought at a big stage before. So this definitely put me up there. Like, okay, he ready for that next step. But I do feel like I'm already a contender. But in the people's eyes, I guess this will put me up there.
Other than the punching power, what else does he do good in there?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, he shoot his right all the time. So I take that away. Then who knows? Who knows if he got
Oh,
another
I'm hearing
another secret?
basic. I'm hearing basic.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's what you got to make them. You take that away out, but you don't know if they got something secret under there. A little something they hiding under their sleeve. So you got to watch out for everybody. Especially at this level. You got a lot of fighters that's basic, but they could get the job done with them little basics they got.
Right. Anything different in this training camp among all the others?
No, not specifically. New opponent, so you work on things accordingly.
Right. Right. Obviously, Keyshawn Davis is the main event. He's going to be fighting Edwin de los Santos. Hearing the interviews with you, saying that, you do have that appetite to smoke for him. Tell me, when you look at that fight, what do you see and how big of a fight is that in the future? And how near of a future is that?
I mean, boxing to determine that. right now it's looking like it could be, in the near future, but you don't know, it could be down the line. Him being a world champion, I'm number two. It's one person ahead of me, and then we got Keyshawn. So that could go however. I'll probably get to him. You know what I'm saying? Unless he vacate and move up, then I don't know. I'm still right there in line for a world championship. So either way it go, I'm right there.
Is that a fight per se that you really want?
Yeah, anybody for sure, for sure. We want them all. We want them all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, what is your prediction next Saturday?
For my fight or just
Yeah, for your fight and for his fight.
um I feel like my fight would be a good breakdown, and hopefully eventually, what I'm saying, I do what I've been doing. But I feel like it's gonna be a great breakdown for my fight. And I don't see it going the distance, but I'm prepared for that for sure. And Keyshawn, I feel like he might I feel like he might it might take a few rounds to figure De Los Santos out, but I feel like he's gonna figure him out, and feel like eventually, he's gonna be touching on De Los Santos, whether that's early or go the distance.
I like that. I like that you said that. A lot of people were talking about your fight per se could steal the show. I mean, due to the fact of the layoff with De Los Santos. But is that something that you plan on doing, is stealing the show?
I mean, Norfolk love me, and I love to perform in Norfolk. So,
You been
why
there,
not? Why not try to show out again and do my thing? I
right?
made a huge splash that last time out, and when we went out there, that was a crazy fight, round of the year. So I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna try to do the same exact thing.
This is your third year. I mean, this is your third fight this year.
Yeah.
How important for you is it to be active?
Uh, you see where it's getting me. I'm ranked number two right now, ranked number two in WBO, ranked number four in WBC. So it's only doing me good. So why not? If I could do it, they put an opponent there in front of me. I'm gonna prepare for them, and I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing, getting that job done.
That's exciting to hear that, fighting guys at the level of, Nakathila, and being able to see you, fight guys at that level, three times a year. You really know how to like build your fan base if we get that. And like just to see Jay Prince, press the gas on wanting to, put you in fights with Floyd Schofield. I mean, I know that fight didn't come into fruition. I mean, what's your thoughts on the negotiations fallout?
He didn't want to fight. It's simple. It's simple. He didn't want to fight.
And and do you feel like that fight will happen in the near future?
If he don't want to fight now, then I I don't see him. I don't see him wanting to fight later.
Yeah, how come?
I'm only gonna get better. So they could do whatever they gonna do on their end, but I'm gonna keep pushing forward, and I'm not really stuck on them. And I'm not stuck on that. I'm working. You see me. I'm active. I'm active. Real active.
Right. That's what really is where you're trying to just make sure that you put anyone that's in front of you, you want to make sure that you get ranked high in every sanctioning body. And I mean, he's ranked high in the WBA. That's why we ask, and I know boxing, you know how it is with politics and stuff like that. You guys could be ranked there and never see each other for a while. But yeah, as far as where boxing has stayed now, I mean, you obviously a Ring Magazine ambassador as well. How is that?
It's good. It's good. Everything is coming together. Everything is coming together. So, we just doing our part. We staying in the gym. We making sure we staying focused. We watching out for everything to come in the future. Like you said, we looking for them fights, them good fights. But I'm not really stuck on anything. So something don't fall through. I'm looking for another great fighter to fight. That's gonna put me higher. That's gonna give me that next ranking. Because ultimately, I got to do what's best for me. In the sport of boxing. So that's what we doing. We just locked in, and everything going smooth.
He got a fight lined up with Tevin Farmer. What's your thoughts on that fight?
Uh, I don't know. Tevin Farmer he's skillful, very skillful. So um, I see it being a good fight, and ultimately, I see Tevin Farmer probably touching on Schofield towards the end. But Schofield is young, and Tevin Farmer getting older, so You don't know how that's going to play out, but I feel like Tevin Farmer, he got the skills to make it happen.
I like it. Anything new with like your brand, the merchandise, the new things that you've been able to create in your family?
Uh, right now it's Appetite for Smoke, and we got Mason Brothers Boxing dot shop, so that's where they get all the merch and stuff like that. But I want everybody to, I want to hear what everybody who y'all want me to fight. Everybody watching, I want to hear. I want them to comment when you post this live. Who y'all want me to fight? I want y'all to look. I want to look at that after that.
Tell me, what name do you think they come up with?
I don't know. They got to throw it out there. It's a lot.
Mm.
I've been hearing since I turned pro. They've been matching me up with people that are world champions since I've been turning pro. So it's no telling. So I probably gonna still get a few of them same world champions. They might say some other people. But that's not in a lineup right now. But I still want to hear what they got to say.
We got the legend Corey Spinks in here, and I want you got to tap him in when he's seeing this interview. Corey, what's going on? We got here, the contender, the phenom,
Oh
Abdullah
yeah,
Mason.
one of my favorite coming up, man.
Yes, sir. We ran into you in the airport. What's
Yeah,
going on?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
man. How you doing, champ?
man. Good. Locked in. Next Saturday is go time, so
That's
we're
what's up.
locked in.
Excited to see you again, bro.
Absolutely. You as well.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, I've been wanting to holler at you, whatever. Like, you know, that took real guts when you had that one fight, you got dropped and
Yeah.
everything. But I tell people, you got up, you handled your business. That you grew from that.
Yeah.
That made you a better fighter.
Yeah.
Made you
Absolutely.
experiences make you better fighters, and to go through that, you know what I'm saying, just add to what you already accomplished.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
Corey, who do you want to see Abdullah fight? We're gonna ask the fans. The fans, we want to know what you think as well. But the legend, the former undisputed welterweight champion, who would you like to see Abdullah Mason fight?
Well, in the long run, I would say not now. I would love to see him fight like in the long run, like Keyshawn, and the guys that's gonna stay there, that's gonna stay there and label themselves as superstars. They're just making it to the top. You gotta climb that mountain to be considered a boxing star. You know what I'm saying? Just wanna see you just be that longevity to get your just due, my dude. That's all because your family, y'all are making a name for yourself. So and you the fourth runner, bro. You the first runner. So you know what I'm saying? You the leader of kind of y'all platform a little bit because you're more out there. So I
Yeah.
just want to see you shine, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely. I appreciate that.
But of
Yeah.
course, we want to see you fight some fights. You know what I'm saying? I see now they're starting to step you up to contenders and everything. So I think you ready, young man. Straight up.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Yeah. We working since we turned pro. It's been active. It's yeah, since the beginning. 5 fights per year. So you
Oh
know,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
gotta keep it smart on the way up. So
Oh yeah.
um,
That'll slow down for you.
no, my bad. My pops on the phone. We hear you on there. It's a little loud. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
tell me, Mason, tell me, like, obviously, we have Shakur Stevenson fighting Cepeda, and he's obviously a champion, WBC champion. At that, what do you think about the fight? And also, what do you think about you and Shakur Stevenson when that time comes?
I feel like the Zapata fight is I feel like that's a good fight for him. It remind me of the Oscar Valdez fight. They say Zapata he's a little more active. in terms of like how much punches he throw and his pressure, but I feel like Valdez was sharper. He threw sharper, quicker punches, and you got to be, what I'm saying, you got to be you got to be on your stuff for that. You got to have your eyes open. You got to have your reflexes sharp. So I feel like it's the same thing, but you got to make sure you in shape for sure. For somebody like Zepeda, you got to be in shape. But besides that, I don't feel like it'd be too much of a hassle for Shakur. So if he in shape, then I feel like that's he gonna take that one.
They gonna take that one easy.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like he gonna take that one. He in shape for sure.
Mm. Do you feel like people give you the just dues after this fight with Naka?
You say that again?
Were you?
Your service went up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said, do you think that you would get your just dues after fighting Nakathila?
Yeah, I feel like most definitely. I feel like everybody been seeing me coming on the way up, so they know what they see, and they see the skill set, they see everything that's good, but that's the main thing that we hear is they just been waiting for me to fight somebody, and somebody with a name, you know. That doesn't mean that like just because you ain't fight nobody with a name, that doesn't mean you ain't been there with some great fighters. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of fighters they overlook the fighters that you fought because they just want to hear the name. And I feel like Nakathila, he's been a fighter. He's a fighter that's been in there with some names, and it kind of let you know like okay when you get his name out of there or he did this to that name. Okay, he's there. He's at that contender status or the skill set is real. So it just lets you know, all that they need to know.
Tell me, as far as main eventing is concerned, and obviously, performing at home, how much does that mean to you? And when do you feel like that time comes? Is it did Top Rank ever tell you, yo, listen, we're gonna do the main event, 2025?
Yeah, I mean they've been
Like,
talking about it for a minute, but they ain't really put a date on it yet. But that's something I feel like right now, even right now, I feel like it'll go crazy. If I was to main event in Cleveland after this fight, or sometime at the end of this year, I feel like it'll go crazy. Cleveland, they go crazy anytime after I fight. They, what I'm saying, it be ringing in the cities. They be Mason, Mason, Mason. So if I was to come to the city, it'd be crazy. Um, but that, I mean, however soon it come, it'd be a good main event. I would like for it to be like a title fight or something like that. But however it come, it'll be great either way.
yeah, I love the way that you said that, because that was going to be like my next question is like how much does it mean to you to have actual competition when those time comes? Like Keyshawn, he's bringing Edwin de los Santos in his second time out over there. Like
Yeah.
how important is that for you to make sure that you are pleasing the fans?
Hmm. Yeah.
Is that an importance for you?
Uh, I feel like they'll be pleased either way. You know what I'm saying? Either way it come. And I step in there to get the job done. And ultimately that's something that they want to watch because I don't feel like a lot of fighters they get in there and get straight to the point or they just got that mindset. Some people do, but I feel like I'm a great fighter in that regard to where my style just naturally gravitates towards something that people want to watch. So that's a plus for me. So I would love to be in there with a good fighter that let his hands go. The person that's ranked ahead of me right now is in WBO was Sam Noakes, I believe. So that'd be a crazy main event. You hear me?
Yep. You Sam
Okay.
Oaks, he was talking about it would be a crazy event. He's ranked up above you.
Yeah, I said he's the person that's ranked above me in the WBO. So that's a good name right there. It's some good main event
What
fights, but
what you think about him?
he can fight. He can fight for sure. He can fight for sure. He got some good offense. He let his hands go. He's sharp. He got power. So I feel like that's a great one right there. A great step up, and he in front of me. So you know I got to keep knocking him down. But it'd be great to get to that world championship. So however, got to get there. I'm gonna get the job done. I'm gonna stay focused. Inshallah.
Do you think that you and Keyshawn could possibly be the biggest fight at 135, especially if Tank Davis decides to leave the sport?
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure. I mean, me. I mean, people kind of know me or been seeing me as someone who could be a big threat to anybody, any of the big names or champions. So I feel like me in a fight against any champion would be, something that everybody gonna watch because they just want to see how this gonna play out. It's like two young fighters or just sharp, skillful, quick. People gonna tune into that most definitely.
Right, right. Yeah, people they see Top Rank, they say that it has a stigma of, hype job fighters, them, obviously guiding people in their careers. For you, if you get fans that say that, what would you have to say about that?
Uh, Top Rankers had the best, and they built them up. They had Sugar Ray Leonard, they had Floyd, they had Muhammad Ali, they had Tommy Hearns, they had everybody, and they built them up. So Top Rank, they know what they're doing, and they build the fighters up, in order, to have that ultimate, that you mentioned boxing. You think about the fighters that have been built up from the ground up. They've been fighting. They've been being moved around right. So that's something Top Rank has, that they the best promotion in the business, for a reason, and it's because the history they've been in and how they do that, how they build the fighters up. So it's all a process. Where anything is a process, but boxing is it's a tough sport and it's art to it, and I feel like they have that art down pat.
It seems like one of the biggest fights for you could be Emilio Vargas. You guys obviously both in Top Rank. I mean, what you think
Yeah.
about that matchup per se when that time comes?
Oh, when the time comes, most definitely.
Big one,
That'd
right?
that'd be crazy. That's a Floyd versus Oscar right there. Easily, easily. That's a Floyd versus Oscar. Me and him, but he's at 140 right now, so he got to keep doing his thing up there, and we'll probably meet one day. But that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy when it happens.
Yeah, like y'all meet up at like 47. I think that comes up when y'all at 47. I think that's the fight for y'all.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whenever you're ready. Whenever we're ready.
Right, right. The
Yeah.
biggest fight that's coming up obviously is Terrence Crawford and Canelo. What's your thoughts on that fight?
Terence Crawford and Canelo. They Man, I got faith that Crawford, he could pull it off. I got faith that he could pull it off for sure. I mean, he got the skill set. He got the drive. He got the hunger. But I feel like it just comes down to whoever got the better game plan and who execute best that night. Like Canelo, he been through it. It's not like fighting the Canelo before Floyd, and he ain't know what to do because this is his first time getting in there with a fighter like that. So he been in there with Floyd. So and he been in there with Bevel. So he's learned. I feel like he learned some stuff from that, and he got to capitalize if he want to come out on top. So Crawford I feel like he got faith that he can maneuver around Canelo's game plan or whatever. So I'm gonna go with Crawford, but this is definitely like one of them 50-50 fights for sure.
Right. How about the one of the biggest rematch of 2025, Tank and Lamont Roach?
Man, I'm more interested in that than the first one for sure.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in that than the first one. I don't know how it's gonna go. Like that's same way. Whoever in the best shape, best game plan, and execute that, then I feel like they're gonna come out on top. Like the first fight you see, it was kind of neck and neck because they both could fight. They both got good offense. They both got good power. They both, what I'm saying, they moving their feet, they moving their head. They good defense. They both fighters, and just whoever locked in, they gonna come out on top for sure.
I love it. What could people expect from you June 7th next week in Norfolk, Virginia?
Uh, Watch me have some fun. Watch me have some fun. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I feel it's gonna be a great night, inshallah. I feel like it's gonna be a good one. So I'm just locked in. So they sit down and have fun with me. That's what I want them to do.
Any message for Nakathila?
Uh, Come with your best game. Come with your best game. We fighters. So what I'm saying, you locked in. You wanna fight a fighter that's he's locked in too.
Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and where they can get the merch and all that stuff.
Abdullah Mason on social media. you could get the merch at Mason Brothers Boxing Shop, and yeah, that's it. That's it.
Man, good luck, June 7th, brother. And to the next time, man. We can't wait, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother. Stay blessed, man.
Absolutely.
Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys go out your way and get into the comments. Who do you want to see Abdullah Mason fight next? Leave it in the comments, smash the like button, and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. June 7th on the Keyshawn Davis undercard, you will be having Abdullah Mason versus Nakathila. Blessings, and we'll be back with another one. Stay tuned.